could you please speak to having enough? You've spoken about, or at least written about, how your hedge fund could have taken over your life, and you could have just ended up as a capital accumulator as your full-time job plus. How did you make the decision to wind it down? And how do you think about having enough? Because that's not, it doesn't strike me as something I come across often with people who are really good at investing.
The way I got into the investment world, I was an academic and I was curious and I found things interesting. And I wasn't really in there to get rich. I was in there to deal with interesting math problems that kept coming up. Blackjack, roulette was a math/physics problem. Investing was, for me, lots and lots of math. So I enjoyed that. So I just do things I like, and I don't worry about money. As my former sister-in-law once said, "Do what you love, and the money will follow." She wrote a book with that title, and I said, that's right. Do what you love, and the money may follow. And if it does, that's fine. If it doesn't, you're still doing what you love. And what's important in life, I think, is the journey and the people you know and you spend your time with, and how you spend your time otherwise also. So that's how I looked at things. And I started out as a child of the Great Depression, so I knew what it was like to have basically no money. I used to sleep 4 or 5 hours a night in high school and get up at 2 or 3 in the morning and deliver newspapers. And I made $25 a month, which seemed like really big money. And I saved part of that for college and invested part of it in science equipment, chemistry, telescopes, electronics, and so forth, too, just because I liked playing with those things and learning about them. So my goal wasn't to make money. It was to have a good life and enjoy myself and have fun. And it just so happened that it turned out a lot of money, too. So what I found, though, in the investment world is lots of people go in it for the money. And when they do, they keep going and going and going. And it's a validation of them. And they can't stop. They end up with, 5 or 10 villas, a yacht, a jet. And even if let's imagine you have 5 houses, just to take an example. How much of your time are you going to spend on each house? It can't be, on average, more than a fifth, bitch by math. And you're not going to be in your house all the time anyhow. You're going to be vacationing, traveling, meeting, and so on. So maybe it's a sixth or seventh of the time on average. Now, some houses you're going to spend more time in and some less. So you may spend a 10th or 15th of your time, or none of your time almost in one of those houses. So you end up with a whole lot of stuff to manage and take care of. And you end up hiring people to do that. So you don't have to do it. And then you have to manage those people. And then you have to hire people to manage the people who manage the people, and so on. It's like running a business. It's terrible. You don't get to enjoy the important part of your life, which is time.
Did you have a set point at which point you knew you were going to exit the business, so to speak? Or was there a particular day that prompted, a particular experience that prompted you to say, enough is enough, I want out? Do you remember what the catalyst was, if there was one?
I wasn't having fun anymore. It was turning into work. And I said, well, I don't need to do this. I have enough wealth. I'm never going to spend it all. Why keep doing this? So I decided to wind it down. It was fun for a long time because there were challenging problems. And it was challenging to try to figure out new things and to deal with all the issues that came up. But when it became bureaucratic and paperwork and a grind where I had to do things I didn't want to do, that was enough. It was time to go. And it was the same thing in academia. I loved academia, but there were aspects to it that became burdensome. Committee meetings, endless reviews, grant proposals. What I liked was research and teaching and the people that I met there, the students and the faculty that were smart and challenging.
Mm.
And if it was only that, I'd still be there. But it wasn't only that. And I found other things that were equally or more fulfilling. So anyhow, I just migrate to where I want to be. I don't have a set thing that I have to keep doing.